All right, we are on math lesson 12-2. So you guys are going to go to Savas Easy Bridge. And I am going to have students with missing work also come back at ELD time, okay?
Are we on 14-2?
12-2. We're on 12-2.
Yeah, it's just because I was looking at lesson 4.
No worries. We are on relating shapes to solid figures.
The flat surfaces of solid figures are plane shapes. Look at these plane shapes. There is a circle, square, triangle, and rectangle. Which of these plane shapes has straight sides? The square, triangle, and rectangle have straight sides. Let's look at the cube. What plane shapes make up the flat surfaces of a cube?
So if you were to stamp it, if you were to put it in ink and then stamp it, what plane shape would it make? What 2D shape?
A cube.
Are square.
Square.
Now let's look at the cylinder. What plane shapes make up the flat surfaces of a cylinder?
A circle.
A circle.
The flat surfaces of cylinders are circles. Name another solid shape that has a circle as its flat surface. A cone has a circle as its flat surface. Plane shapes with 3 or more sides are called polygons. What plane shapes can be traced from the faces of a square pyramid? A triangle and square
Triangle.
are the flat
Triangle and a cube.
Triangle and square.
And a square,
more
yes.
flat surfaces squares or triangles on the pyramid. More flat surfaces are triangles. Now you know what the plane shapes are that make up the flat surfaces of some solid figures.
All right, let's look at our reteaching and then our practice.
Ms. Park, are we doing a digital quick check today?
Yes, we are. Okay. If you trace the flat surfaces or faces of solid figures, you will get these plane shapes. A rectangular prism, you would get a square and a rectangle. A cylinder, you would get a circle, and a pyramid, you would get a square and a triangle. Use solid figures in your classroom. Trace one flat surface or face, write the name of the shape you trace. So instead of writing them, actually, yeah, we'll write them down. Well, instead of doing something in the classroom, what you'll do is we're just going to talk about it in class. So what flat surface or face does a cylinder make?
A circle.
A circle.
What you're going to do is you're going to circle, draw a circle, and then you're going to write it down. What about a square pyramid?
A triangle and a square.
What about a cube?
A square.
A square. I swear.
Now, what about a rectangular prism?
A square
Rectangular and
and rectangular.
rectangle.
A square and a rectangle. Very good. Write those down, guys. I'll give you guys a minute.
Start later.
Yeah, I'll put the answers in the chat as well because I'm going to move on after this. Number 1 is a circle. Number 2 is a triangle and square. Number 3 is a square. And number 4 is a square and rectangle. All right, I put the answers in the chat. What we're going to do is we're now going to look at that practice. So if you need those answers, they are in the chat. We're on topic 12, lesson 2. Okay. Circle the solid figures or figures that have the flat surfaces or faces you can trace to make the plane shape. So here's a square. You can use a rectangular prism and a pyramid to draw a flat surface of a square. A cone and a cylinder would only make circles, so that would not work. For number 2, we have a circle. Can you trace a flat? Does a sphere have any flat surfaces?
No.
No, so you're not going to do a sphere. We're not going to do a pyramid. We are going to circle the cone and the cylinder, and then that's it. Okay. Dione traces a square using a solid shape. Which solid shapes does he have? So we talked about it up here. We can do a rectangular prism, a cube, or a pyramid. The only one that has it here is going to be the pyramid. Number 4, which object did Maggie use to trace the rectangle? Was it the marble, the rolling pin, the gum, or the hat?
Gum.
Gum. And then number 5, circle the block or blocks Vincent can trace to draw the bug. So the bug is circle,
Sphere.
not a sphere.
Cylinder.
We need to use flat surfaces. What else could he use?
And a cone.
You cannot use a sphere. Why? Because a
It
sphere
doesn't have no flat surfaces.
doesn't have any flat surfaces. Very good. Okay, let me tell you for this one. So this is the practice page. Number 1 was already done for you. Number 2, you circled the cone and the cylinder. Number 3, it was B. Number 4, it was C. And number 5, you can use the cone and the cylinder. All right, guys, the answers are in the chat. What you guys are going to do now is you guys are actually going to work on your digital quick check without me. So I want you guys to read through your digital quick check answers on your own. You're going to take it on your own. And then guess what, guys? You have completed all of your work for this week. So after you do that, you will be free to go. If you have missing work, you need to stay. And then if you don't finish it, after lunch, you'll need to come back at 12 o'clock. We have no history or science at 12:45. So unless you have missing work, this will be it. If you have missing work, I need you to stay, and you also need to come back at 12 o'clock for ELD. everyone else, if you don't have missing work, just make sure you get any missing, any incomplete activities done. Make sure you do like your read theory. Make sure you do your art, health, social, emotional learning activity. Make sure you do your reading for 20 minutes. Okay.
Miss Park.